Okay, so I'm going to share with you about ZoupHaus, a soup fast casual concept that we have an opportunity to launch. First, let's talk about the fast casual industry. Okay, so within the food industry, the fast casual segment comprises 27%, and just that 27% alone is responsible for $173 billion of revenue. And the predictions in the industry websites and magazines is saying that this segment is going to be the fastest growing in the coming year. There's a health trend, looking at trends in the industry right now. So there's a big health trend with soup, salad, and sandwiches, kind of light eating, fast eating. And if you see there on the right, the top 5 fast casual chains, the first one is Panera Bread, which is a soup, salad, sandwich concept. There's also some demographic trends going on. Along with the health and the food and the soup and all this yummy stuff, there's also this growing trend of like hipster kids and foodies. So, maybe attributed to the celebrities and their baby bumps or what have you, the urban parents are not wanting to compromise on their commitment to quality food, and they're bringing that into their parenting from organic trends to gluten-free to anything. And so we're seeing this demographic growing and growing and becoming a segment that is underserved in the fast casual restaurant experience. This is a great blog called Brunch with My Baby. It's actually written by a guy, and it's raising mini foodies in NYC. So these parents are passing on the foodie tradition. They're committed to still dining out even after they have kids. So this particular blog is reviewing high chairs. Do they have, that? Do they have stroller storage? Is it easy accessible? Is there a kids menu? Like, what's the whole experience? And giving a rating based on, the needs of this demographic. So here's a little insight onto the foodie parents' journey on this mission of getting their little ones fed and keeping their little ones quiet. So basically, before the food comes, it's like the baby playing on the iPhone, and then they're eating, and then they're making sure the baby is eating, and then after she finishes, which of course is going to be before everybody else finishes, she's back on the iPhone. So there's basically 2 pain points: before the food comes, and then after the kids are done, but the parents still want to eat or visit. Those are the 2 areas of concern. So what are the alternatives? Well, there are some kid casual options where kids can eat and play. The first is IKEA. It's famous for having a great environment to relax. Your kids can play, you can eat. There's Chuck E. Cheese, which is very kid-centric and loud and lots of games. Usually you go there for parties or such. And then there's the McDonald's, which always has the play place where the kids can roam. However, for the foodie parents, these just are really not cutting it. These options are where parents get exhausted or they feel guilty. IKEA is an enormous store, and it takes you through the entire maze just to get in and out. So that's quite a big, it's kind of a day of it you spend. It's not like a fast, let's get food here real quick. Chuck E. Cheese is loud and insane, and you kind of spend most of the time chasing your child. And then McDonald's, there's the guilt setting in, because for the foodie parents, they're really interested in quality, and McDonald's is the poorest quality food they can give their kids. So those aren't really options. So the business that we see possible is an opportunity for a really delicious, hearty, fast casual restaurant with some kid-friendly elements. Our motto is fresh food for everyone. And our mission is that we aspire to be known for creating quality dining experiences with family-friendly accents. So the products that we have available are both dining and retail. So for dining, we have soup, salads, and sandwiches, and we expand on those and that menu in different ways. And then on the retail side, we're also going to be supplying some of our most branded items, like the breadboards, or like soup nesting dolls, where the biggest doll is like the biggest one is like a soup pot, and then the smaller and smaller ones become little vegetables. Most important ingredient onesie, so that would be like with the nesting dolls, the smallest ingredient, it becomes a little heart. Love is the most important ingredient, so we would have like a branded onesie that's like made out of love, the most important ingredient, just to kind of express the brand and have some cute takeaways for kids. And also going in line with the soup restaurant, we would have like Stone Soup, the famous children's story, as a book sold with a kid's bowl that has like a picture of a stone at the bottom. So these kind of like gift set, these little retail items that's in line with the brand and would expand our revenue streams. So those are the two main areas of product. The food product is great because it's low risk. Soup salad sandwiches have pretty low food costs and higher profit margins than some other food options like steak or sushi, fish, these other more high cost foods. And this menu is beyond seasons. It's good for you, it's comfort food, it's cost effective. So that's why it is growing so fast in this category. So the menu, it's quality, comfortable food, hearty soups, flavorful salad, toasted sandwiches, beer and wine. It's everything you would want as a foodie. It's comfortable, but it's really great quality. And then there's also the kids menu, the Kinder menu we call it. So good food made for little hands, like alphabet soup and sandwiches and, pasta like macaroni in a little crock and fries, things that they'll eat, but that will also be just as good quality and hearty as the rest of the menu. The experience is very branded. It's mid-century modern with cool, embellishments on the ceiling or some element that's not really expensive but can make the restaurant really stand out. And in every restaurant, there'll be a corner, which would be like the Kinder corner, and it would be like a little kind of little houses on the wall, mural, decal, whatever. With some low tables and some wooden toys. And it would just be an area where they can relax and explore. And that would be available in every one of our restaurant locations. Also, if you see in the top right corner, there would be like a modern changing table and some like a little modern step stool. In the bathrooms, a simple high chair that didn't have a bunch of legs where people could trip over them be attached. But just these small elements that really delight the young family and help them to feel that they were thought of and that this is an environment where they can really relax. The brand. So it comes from the chef's inspiration from his summers spent in Germany as a boy. And then his mom raised him in the Midwest and raised him on soups and really warm party foods with a commitment to quality and simplicity. He comes from a big family, and there's always kids at the table, and so his commitment is to sharing that good food experience in a way that's comfortable for everyone. The essence are, values is quality food and beautiful environment, and message is simple as good, quality is our tradition, and there's a place for everyone. And the positioning statement reads as this: for the foodie dad, ZoupHaus is the place to eat, because only ZoupHaus has the food he wants in a place his kids can relax. The target market is foodie dads. They have mid to high income, they're accustomed to high quality food, and they appreciate the stress-free environment. The location we're choosing is Montclair, New Jersey. It's just a few miles outside of New York City, and it's known as a restaurant town with over 168 restaurants in it. There's a high concentration of foodie dads and families, and actually right now it has a lack of a soup restaurant. If you see on the bottom right, that's a screenshot of Yelp, which had the famous stock pot. And after 40 years of operation, the owner retired, leaving a hole in that particular market for a high-quality soup restaurant. So we'll have 3 revenue streams: food sales, retail, and eventually we'll open up catering. The average adult meal will be about $13, and the average Kinder meal will be about $8. The retail items would average around $25, and an average catering order size would come in at about $65. Our goals would be to meet operating costs within the first year, By the third year, return the initial investment, and within the fifth year, net a 10% profit. The management team starts with the owners. First, it's a husband and wife team of a chef and a marketer. The chef's dream is to bring people together over fresh quality foods. He has a background in culinary arts and also a culinary management degree, and he's trained in all the proper safety and sanitation practices. And the wife is a marketer, and her dream is to create dining environments that delight families. Her education is in integrated marketing, and her training is as a blogger and as an owner of a branding freelance agency. So the staffing chart would look something like this and would grow as needed. The owners would serve as the general manager and bookkeeper in the initial phase, and then they would hire on additional managers and staff for cashiers and runners for the back of the house and the front of the house. There are three people on their advising board. First is Remy and Baptiste Chigot. They're Montclair Cafe owners, and they have a successful cafe, started just over a year ago and has already paid back their initial investments. Also, they were featured in the New York Times, and they're doing very well. Another advisor is Steven Sagor. He's a restaurateur and consultant. He was a professor for the husband at his restaurant management school and is available to support the launch of the restaurant. And also another professor from the school, Julia Hayer, who is a restaurant financial consultant who's available to help as well, and also is has a German background and understands the cuisine and the opportunity to make a great and memorable restaurant experience. So with a great team in a very good location, we feel that ZoupHaus can provide great quality food and meet the needs of this specific growing demographic that has money to spend and that wants good quality food in an environment where they feel thought of and taken care of. And again, that'll be like a kid-friendly accent, but it won't take over the experience of the restaurant, and so it could be available to anyone who's interested in good quality foods, hearty sandwiches, and is looking for a local, food experience. So we're excited about the opportunity, and we hope that you can see that possibility as well. Thank you.